What's good, chat? Welcome back to another Astdx video. Today I'm going to be showcasing to y'all how to macro challenges and how to get a bunch of the ghost exps to evolve all your units, skill orbs, as well as gems, rerolls, skill cubes or stat cubes, and player exp and all that. Okay, first order of business, you're going to have to join the CYS Discord. And then you're going to have to buy the macro. So if you go to the premium section, you go to this website right here, it's going to show you right here, donate. You click this and then you buy it. It'll be a game pass. So once you do that, you then want to go to bot commands, moving like a bot. Go to bot commands and then you want to type in /get role. You do this, you'll get the role, and then you'll have this option right here, Astdx, the setup, the chat, and then the premium. So with the premium configs, this is where you're going to be able to find the configuration I'm using. Firstly, what you want to do is you're going to want to get your key, which is right here. Once you have your key, you'll be able to put it in for the macro right here. So firstly, the setup. So this is the things you need to have, this right here, and then you need to also have this right here. And then for your game settings, just copy this as well. Your resolution, yes, you go into your settings to do this, you put this right there. And then your Roblox build needs to be like this. I'm gonna show y'all mine so y'all understand how that looks like. Some people might not have it, but you need RoPro to have it. But if you don't have RoPro, just download Roblox on mobile and you should be able to do it. So this is what it needs to look like, and then that's it. All right, boom. So after you have everything like that downloaded, what's next is, depending on the config you're using, you're gonna need to have the units. So for the config I'm using, you need a Zeke, a Sun Jin Woo, a Killua / a good air unit, and then a money unit. So once you have the requirements for the config, again, if you want to use mine, I'm going to show y'all right here. For this one, you have to be very careful because you need to download pictures and you need to download all the files. And then after all of that, and you downloaded the CYS macro itself, you want to go into your files. You want to extract the CYS macro like this right here. You want to extract it. Click extract. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to cruise some of my stuff. We'll go 141. So once you have your CYS macro and you extracted it, you're gonna have files looking like this. What I like to do, I like to open up a new tab, get the downloads I just had, and then I copy and I paste them basically. So you don't need the images at first, you just need these. You want to go to your settings, challenges, and then you basically just want to move it over and replace all the files in the destination. So then you want to delete the old files, and then you just want to rename all of them so that it removes the one. And then after you've done that, then you want to go to images. For this one, you don't have to do this for all of them. Some of them you might need to get the images. If the image is a WebPG file, you're gonna have to convert it to a PNG file or it won't work. So once you have all of that downloaded, that's literally about it. You want to then start the CYS macro, and then I'll show you what to do after that. And these are all the settings you're going to need for them. So basically 2x, 3x, it works with 2x and 3x. So if you have only 2x, you don't have 3x, that's fine. But I have 3x, so I'm going to select that. And then you want to just have it on auto challenge, and you don't want to have anything in here or else it still won't work. So then the first thing you want to do, get a private server link, which I will show y'all how to do after I'm showing y'all how to set it up. But basically you want to select expert mode since it gives you the most reward. Skip the first challenge always, and then you can do only trait challenges if you want, but sometimes there might not be one there, and then your macro either can break, or if you have it as sit in lobby, it will take you to the AFK world, which can make you lose a lot of stuff. And that's where infinite also comes through. So there's two options, infinite and sit in lobby. If you select infinite and you have an infinite file in here, it'll do infinite, and then it'll just go back to challenges when a challenge is available. So I highly suggest do that, but I'm kind of lazy, so I don't feel like doing that. But you can 1,000,000% do that. An infinite file is very easy to find in the CYS macro, CYS Discord. So once you have that, then you want modifiers. These are never going to be used, so always exclude high cost and random units. For the maps, I had mine like this to test it. You basically want to unselect all of these besides City of York usually, but if you can find one for City of York, please do that. It'll help you out a lot. Save it, you save your settings, and then after you have all that, I'm going to show y'all how to create the private server link. Firstly, you want to go to your private server in the game, click configure, and then you want to copy this link, paste it in a new tab, and then the link that shows up here, this one, you want to copy and paste it into the CYS setting right here in private server. So you copy it and then you paste it in here, and then after you've copied and pasted it, okay, just reconnect, buddy, you'll be fine. After you've copied and pasted it, then you're kind of set up to go. If you want to make sure it's working, I would suggest clicking test link, and then if it works, you should be fine. Okay, I'm just gonna have it just leave Roblox, because there you go. I click test link. It opens up Roblox, and then boom, it starts up my own CYS macro. Okay, so after you have all of that, you want to just basically start the macro by pressing F1. Now everything should be working perfectly fine if you followed all these steps up to here. If you're still confused, go to the config that I'm using if you want to use mine, and you can ask questions there, or just go through it and see what you're missing. Again, you're gonna have all your settings perfectly fine. I need to save these and just have this gone. All your settings perfectly fine, which I gotta change mine because I was playing another game. And then graphics, you want to kind of put them on manual, put them on the lowest thing there, close the chat, and then F1. It'll look for the available match. So you can see it's just doing its own thing. I'm going to, from this point on, when it starts the macro and it's in there doing what it's supposed to do, I'm going to speed this up because this video is long enough. And then once it loops itself and I show y'all that it loops itself and it works perfectly fine, then I am genuinely going to end the video because that is all that needs to be shown. I'm going to also show y'all how to do a summer contribution points macro tomorrow. So be prepared for that. I'm dropping multiple macro videos, one today and one tomorrow. And then when the update comes out, I'm going to be playing that. Hopefully I can drop some videos on that. But I'll see y'all at the end of the video.
Won't you get out my head? Won't you get out my head? I know when you're ready. You say you're ready. You just want you when you're ready.
Okay, as y'all can see, it's over. Took like a couple of minutes, got a bunch of rewards. It's going to press replay, and on the replay you're going to notice something different from when it starts. It's going to start game and then place down the money unit, so that can mess up some macros, by the way, because some macros do not account for that, because you don't get the extra money from you placing down the money unit first like you did on the very first attempt of this. So what I do is I like to place my Zeke further back in my macros, which you can edit the macros one by one. As you can see in the auto challenge, what's right below the auto challenge is a blank. What I did is I went to each map one by one and like basically look what the problem was, found out what the problem was, if I was going to win or not. I edited it, and then I basically just started up my macro like this with it blank. So I advise y'all to do that, because it's going to cause y'all to win. Because the thing with an auto challenge macro is if one thing messes up, GG's, it's over. That's kind of the end of today's video. If y'all have comments in the comment section about how this works, please leave them in this comment section. I'll try my best to answer them. But if you have comments and questions about like the main CYS macro itself that I might not be able to answer, again, look into the configs, see which one's the best for you, try those out, ask a lot of helpers if you can. But that's it for today's video. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.